The internet as you know it is over. None of this is real. I'm not real. You're not real. Wake up. 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 Wake up.
Jarvis, scan this guy's balls.
We'll do so. Scan complete.
No, that's not exactly true, but I needed a good hook. However, the internet is going through a rapid change right now, and I don't believe we're fully prepared for that yet. Dead internet theory is an online conspiracy that's been around for a good couple of years about now. It's essentially that a vast majority of online activity and content produced in general are coming from bots or are AI generated, with the proposed death of the internet being somewhere between 2016 or 2017. It goes somewhat further, talking about the fact that the government is using online activity to make propaganda or influence the public decision, yada yada. I've known about this theory for a little while now, and back when it first came out, I pretty much just thought, this is a lot of applesauce. A little bit of hogwash, if you will. But cut to now, and it's looking just a little bit more realistic. I don't believe the internet died, per se. I mean, it got a little sterile with time, but that should have been expected. But nowadays, the internet is so much more intertwined with AI and bots, and we've seen how technologically advanced we're going to be in 2025, so God knows how bad it's going to be then. Let me make one thing clear. I am not a tinfoil hat-wearing conspiracist who believes that all the milk and cheese I buy from the Great Value section has microchips in it, but AI is growing, and has been at an alarming rate, so I'm going to take us through a brief little timeline of that.
No.
For years in the current century, AI has been in a fairly primitive state, with the general public's access to it being on things such as our phones to do fairly simple tasks for the most part, or its most popular uses with our parents, where they'll use the AI to try to skip a few taps and save time, but the AI doesn't hear them right, so they try again, and then they try again, and they try again and again when they could have just, done those few taps, but now they're wasting more time, but they keep trying again and again and again and again. Then a pretty big step forward with AI was with the Alexa, where it was brought straight to you to stay at home.
Alexa, what do you do?
I'm over here stroking my dick. I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit.
And even though there was some skepticism at first, it wasn't long until there were Alexas everywhere. Hell, I even have one myself. Hey Echo, bark for me.
Okay, here's Jurassic Park.
God damn it. Functionally, it's not much different compared to the likes of Siri, just meant to complete simple tasks for the most part, and that was pretty much the state of AI. Until about 2 years ago.
Everyone, and maybe your mother, has heard of ChatGPT.
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 ChatGPT is crazy. I mean, it's literally gotten to the point where I can see stuff that it makes that is it's just better than human.
November 2022. Everything changed. OpenAI released ChatGPT, and I'm sure so many of you remember that initial AI craze. ChatGPT reached 1 million users within 5 days. That's faster than Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, fucking TikTok even. With a single prompt, you can have essays and work done for you in seconds. Code written so quickly that it could actually give computer science majors time to take a shower. They won't still. Hell, this program is so customizable that you can function it to speak to fictional characters. But the AI craze isn't only with GPT. 2 months later, in January 2023, 11 Labs came out with an AI voice generator. And within just a minute or two of hearing a person speak, this program can almost replicate their voice entirely.
Joe, what do you want?
Donald, I think Joe's,
That motherfucker's asleep, isn't he?
Wake the fuck up, Joe! You geriatric sleepy piece of shit!
What's going on?
The fuck does it look like? We're at McDonald's.
Around that time, AI imagery also started popping up, where you could type in a prompt and get fairly interesting results. It was still pretty primitive back then. But with all these tools popping up and being available for the general public, surely it'll only be used for good. Surely there's no downsides, right?
And I'm Mike the Fridge. I'm the fridge.
Of course there are downsides to this, and we've all seen them. And it's only gotten worse with how good AI has gone in the last 2 years. With AI so prevalent, it has become... With AI now so prevalent, bots have become notorious across social media. Twitter's just a hellhole, because ever since this idiot introduced monetization and blue checkmarks being at the top of every comment section, you will find hundreds of replies in every viral post that goes like this. Posts from people who just seem barely fucking sentient. Classic rage bait, completely unrelated to the post at all. Or simply, my pussy in bio. And all that just to squeeze a couple bucks from anyone who decides to interact with their comment. It's almost impressive how this doofus said he was going to take care of the bots, but just somehow actively made it worse. Every single tweet he makes, you can find hundreds of bots replying that are just absolutely glazing him. This is not even counting all the spam accounts you find on your recommended section or even as ads. I would show you, but about 2 months ago, I went on a purging spree and I blocked almost 1,000 accounts. Just to try to rid them of my timeline. YouTube isn't exactly safe either, where there will always be some kind of fishy ad or Mr. Breast is giving away something in every single comment section. Or you'll just find comments like these. Community college tastes so much better when you don't got a bitch in your ear telling you it's ass. Gen Z trying to cancel Eminem. But you can't. You can't cancel a genius. You can't cancel a lyrical mastermind. He just wanted his unlimited breadsticks. He could have been the next Jared Fogle, but for Olive Garden. Do you think any of these people are real people with real lives and experiences? I don't. AI doesn't only extend to social media. The education system's just kind of fucked now ever since it's been introduced. But I already talked about that in my last video, so if you haven't seen it, go check it out. #plug. Artistic integrity is more ambiguous than ever now, with morons who think that typing in a prompt automatically makes them an artist, which makes them about as useful as this Five Below green screen right behind me. Or how some voice generators have cooked up some of the worst songs imaginable.
Wagwan Delilah, no I'm late cause there's bad traffic, I just showed my dog.
Corporations are already using AI for advertisements or entertainment because they're too lazy and cheap to actually hire people with talent. For a while, I wanted to go to film school to be a writer, and looking back now with all the strikes and everything, I'm kinda glad I didn't. Then there's Facebook, and well, Facebook's actually having a fucking ball with AI. Facebook was already thriving with engagement posts from like Darman or whatever caught their attention that day.
Just tell me, why won't you adopt me?
I'm not gonna say it!
Why won't you adopt me?
Because you're black!
But AI has come from the heavens and has delivered us some truly remarkable posts for us. There's always something, like a generated child with a sign that says, "Today's my birthday, please like." Or it's a, "I made this with my own hands." And every time they have so many likes, with so many of them saying, "Amen, happy for you," or some shit like that. There's also a lot of Jesus AI in order to get likes, and look, I'm not a Christian, but all I'm saying is that's asking to go to hell probably. This is the same generation that used to say, "Don't believe everything you find on the internet," and well, I think they're borderline senile now. One of my favorite new Twitter accounts I found is where they post the craziest AI Facebook slop you can find, and just, it's a masterpiece, all of it. Go follow them. It's so funny. I think the best way to describe this current era of the internet is what I deem the slop era. It just feels like so much of the internet has gone plain lazy. Gimmick accounts on all social medias don't even follow their gimmick anymore. They just regurgitate the same posts in order to try to get interactions every time. For example, what part of history involves Breaking Bad? Or Dave Chappelle for that matter. What was the incident at your high school? This 97-year-old diner makes Coke the old-fashioned way. These posts never change. They're all the fucking same. You see them every 3 months on your feed. This might be a little deep cut, but I'm sure some of you remember the AI Seinfeld that was on Twitch for a while before it got banned for a pretty out-of-pocket joke.
Alright, one last joke. So a guy walks into a bar and orders a drink. The bartender says, "What's the matter? You look like you've had a rough day." And the guy says, "I just found out my brother is gay."
But the thing is, that's not a singular case. I went on YouTube right now, and I found an AI-generated Family Guy that's been streaming since November last year. That's 7 months of AI Peter Griffin.
Oh my god, where am I? Everything looks so dark and twisted.
Jillian, you're in the Niggaverse. This is where all the negative versions of us exist.
That's right, Jillian. You see, in this twisted dimension, we're all here to punish you for your sins.
And boy, do we have a special punishment lined up for you.
We're gonna horrifically murder you to death, Jillian.
It's gonna be brutal, Jillian. We describe it to you in explicit detail.
We'll start by tearing off your limbs one by one. Can you feel the pain, Jillian?
Then we'll go down to your ears and make you watch as we feast on your flesh.
And just when you think it can't get any worse, we'll burn you alive and savor your screams.
Even reaction content has gotten lazier. I'm baffled how that was even possible.
They just passed, and we're gonna celebrate by looking at a $1 cake versus a $1 million cake. First, the $1 cake. Oh, yellow cake with some buttercream frosting. That's actually a really good slice of cake. Next, a $100 cake. Okay, definitely a big upgrade. Now for a $1,000 cake. The sparklers. I hope that's real gold. Or what about a $10,000 cake? Whoa, that's beautiful. A $100,000 cake.
All I'm saying, if I find my kid watching this, they're never gonna see a fucking router again in their life. And unfortunately, it's likely this problem's only gonna get worse. AI has progressed an insane amount in the last year and a half. Back in 2023, AI videos weren't even really possible, because this was the best you could get. But cut to now, and some of that shit is genuinely impressive. So really, who knows how much it's gonna advance in just a few years. This unfortunately opens the doors to things such as scams becoming a lot easier to commit, because now you can generate some celebrity promoting a sham, or
watching this video, you're one of the 10,000 lucky people who'll get an iPhone 15 Pro for just $2. I'm Mr. Beast, and I'm doing the world's largest iPhone 15 giveaway. Click the link below to claim yours now.
Imagine when AI voices of loved ones are used in order to manipulate others into giving money. I wouldn't be surprised if that's already happened. And more importantly, which is probably the worst thing, propaganda. The amount of bots you can find promoting extremist views has just gone absurd, and I wouldn't even be surprised if soon fake videos of politicians are going to be made promoting extremist views they might not even agree with. And that is why I think we need to start regulating AI a little. I'm not saying to outright ban it per se. My hot take is I find some AI images to be funny. Sue me. But we need to regulate it in order to prevent jobs from being taken because artists and writers deserve better. Same with coders, I guess. The strikes last year were great. A lot of progress was made, but that contract's going to end soon, and AI is going to be a lot better then. We also need to regulate it to prevent propaganda because that will actually have like real world repercussions rather than just like, goofy Twitter posts. And finally, to prevent the internet from becoming a snake that's just gonna eventually swallow itself. But how can we remedy this? Us, who don't have the direct power to make a decision. Touch grass. I'm like half ironic with that one. Boycott immoral use of AI, and just be more aware of what you find on the internet. Other than that, I'm out. Peace. Ugh, fuck.